The young girl had always been a happy child, but something changed when she moved into her new home. She became withdrawn and moody, and her parents noticed strange occurrences around the house. Objects moved on their own, doors slammed shut, and an eerie feeling hung in the air. One day, the girl's parents found her levitating above her bed, her eyes black as coal. They knew then that their daughter was possessed by an evil spirit. They sought help from a priest, but the entity was too powerful. The girl was lost, and her family could only watch as the demon consumed her soul. Days turned into weeks, and the girl's parents were at their wits' end. They didn't know what to do or who to turn to. The demon inside their daughter grew stronger with each passing day, and it seemed like there was no hope left. But one night, something miraculous happened. The girl woke up in her bed, the demon gone without a trace. She couldn't remember what had happened or how she had been freed, but her parents didn't care. They were just grateful to have their daughter back. However, they knew that the demon was still out there, lurking in the shadows, waiting to possess someone else. They vowed to stay vigilant and to never let their guard down again. As days turned into weeks, the young girl's parents watched her closely, afraid that the demon might return. But their daughter seemed to have returned to her normal self. She was once again the happy and outgoing child they knew before. Still, they couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. One night, the girl's mother woke up to find her daughter standing at the foot of her bed, staring blankly ahead. The mother asked her what was wrong, but the girl didn't respond. Her eyes were black, just like they had been before. The mother screamed for her husband, and they both tried to restrain their daughter. But she was incredibly strong, and it took both of them to hold her down. The girl's body convulsed, and she began to speak in a voice that was not her own. "I am not leaving," the demon inside her said. "I will stay and make this my home." The parents knew they had to act fast. They called for the priest who had helped them before. He came as quickly as he could, but the demon was too powerful. The priest performed an exorcism, but it only made the demon angrier. The family was at a loss. They didn't know what to do. They couldn't keep living like this, with the demon tormenting them day and night. They were afraid for their daughter's safety and for their own. One day, the girl's father stumbled upon an old book that had been hidden away in the attic. It was an ancient tome filled with spells and incantations. The father didn't know what he was doing, but he started to read from the book, hoping that it would somehow help. As he read, a strange energy filled the room. The demon's grip on the girl weakened, and she fell into a deep sleep. The father continued to read from the book, and soon the demon was banished from their home. The family was overjoyed. They couldn't believe that the demon was finally gone. They knew that they had been lucky, that they had stumbled upon a solution that had worked. But they also knew that they would never forget what had happened. They would always be haunted by the memory of the demon that had possessed their daughter. Years went by, and the girl grew up. She had no memory of the demon or the exorcism that had saved her. She was just a normal young woman, with hopes and dreams like everyone else. One night, she had a dream. In the dream, she was back in her childhood home, and the demon was there. It was stronger than ever, and it wanted her back. The girl woke up screaming. She knew that it was just a dream, but she couldn't shake the feeling that the demon was still out there, waiting for its chance to come back. She went back to sleep, but the dream came back, night after night. She couldn't escape it. It consumed her, just like the demon had consumed her when she was a child. Finally, she decided to do something about it. She went back to the old house, the place where it had all started. She stood in front of the house, afraid to go in. But she knew she had to face her fears. She went inside, and it was just as she remembered it. The same old furniture, the same old smells. But there was something else there, something dark and sinister. She walked through the house, room by room, until she came to the room where she had been possessed. She stood there, trembling, as memories flooded back. But then something strange happened. She felt a warmth inside her, a light that shone brightly, pushing back the darkness. The demon was gone,